Hi everybody. I just got instruction from the producer to wait 30 seconds before I'm bringing this highest amazing knowledge and news. So let's sing in the meantime. La la la.
We're just gonna share it on another page so other people can watch and listen.
She's on the right page, but nothing's live, she says.
Now there is.
Now?
Yeah, she should maybe
Refresh.
Tov.
Refresh. Okay.
Yeah, I shared it.
Great.
And people are starting to watch.
Khil?
Yeah.
Okay.
Start.
Okay, we're going to begin from the clouds and come out to down earth to business. In the last few months, it was the first time after 26,000 years in the history of human being, the human being with the development soul, I will say the human being that was beginning the process of half angel, half animal. So it's the first time in the last few months that we open the most dense, the most blocked place in us, the most handicapped, the most called the intelligent emotion. That's the only intelligent that exists. So since we start to open it to the sides, to ground, some pipe here that really change everything, it's a new way of our higher self, our soul now, to be able to use as a light, to use the vessel as a center of joy, as a place that everything is run away, as a business center, our physical body. In last full moon, in the first day of Pesach, it's the day that the first thought, the name of the concept, the first energy fields, the first opening to be open to your what you create. There is no such a thing to be open to others. The only thing that we need to learn is to be open to what we create. In Hebrew, miracle come from the word, to try come from the word miracle. It means we can try to be open to what we create, to what our spirit planned for us in the night. And if we open to this, and open it means to remember yourself, to put yourself in the first priority, to know that you're not affected by others, to know that you not affect others, to know that in Hebrew to repeat and to change it's one word, to know that you create just your own reality, and there are no new realities. All the realities that you create are old, you create them before 1,000,000 times, and when you repeat them, this is why in Hebrew to repeat and to change it's one word. When you repeat them, it means there is a chance for the system to change the way you look at it and to fix and to vibrate your past, and then your future is less fear, less anxiety, and you're more in now. So what we create in the last full moon in Pesach, we create that usually the first thought coming from here, from the diaphragm, this time it came from the intelligent emotion. It means, for me as a healer, it changed everything. Everything. It means for the first time, the higher self can be totally full in us, and we can really tune to our spirit, because our purpose is one, to think like my own spirit. That's my purpose. And finally, we can reach the level that we can begin to think like own spirit. So it was very strong. This is why we finished the 7 days in Pesach. An amazing process began, and I'm going to explain slowly, because it's a very powerful. There are no outside forces that can come to us and give us and help us. There is no such a thing. The only source of energy, the only way to create energy in all the dimension of who we are, and I explain, it's metabolism. It's called material that change to other material. That's the seasons of the year, that's the weather, that's the digestive system, that's the sounds, that's the sex, that's the money, that's the food, that's every organ, that's to go to sleep and to wake up, the rejuvenation and create power, because the spirit knows one thing, to extract, and she can extract just for material to change the other, that is changing to other material. Even your car work, every engine work like that, every weather, every planet, every earthquake, everything, it's metabolism. Everything in movement. And now we can reach even the metabolism from being old, like the old contract since we born, we had just to get old, to fountain of youth. Of course, you cannot plan to your spirit where and what you're going to be young, but even in this dimension, from being old to youth, it's changing now. So it's really a new way to create power, a new way to create energy. There is no such a thing, energy of my own. If it passes through me, if it metabolism through me, I create energy. A new way to feel the daytime, a new way to fall asleep, a new way to be in our purpose, a new way to allowing fountain of youth, a new way to enjoy, to put awareness to enjoy the daytime, and to fix the biggest victim in us, because there is no such a thing that we affect others, or we're affected by others, or we suffer by others, or we love others, or we hate others, or we have sex with others. There is no such a thing. So to realize all these universe laws, it's so simple now. And even today, just this morning, the way I merge the soul and the way I heal 500 people a day totally change. מה קורה?
כלום, סתם.
Totally change. And even part of it, part of the sentence I'm saying to heal, it's a new life. החיים החדשים. So for me, it's a very exciting time, and to allow in all this, and not to disturb all this potentially, what we create now, to really change in the way the heart, the liver, the food, to be able to let the spirit to extract light and send it to all the 70 dimensions that I made of. Just the spirit can do it. To take this apple and to extract from it 70 dimensions of light, and to send each different organ, each different system in my system, different kind of light from the same apple. Just the spirit can do it. So it's really, we are in a big revolution, big junction. Slowly I will bring down the how to allow it, how to merge it, how not to want it in your mind, because it's a tricky, more you want, less you get, less you allow it. More you trust and you content, and you say, okay, this is for today, for money, youth, soulmates, everything. This is what, to content the now, to put a stamp that whatever, wait, on metabolism, the tea. To content the now, that's the secret. In Hebrew it called mechil machpil. Who's content, make it double. To content, it's really to trust your spirit, to be in now, and to know that you are a vessel. And if you're a vessel of 20, you cannot want 40. You can allow it 40 if you really accept that 20 can just pass now, 20 you can release. That's the exact and wise. You know, when I'm feeling wise, even all my life, everybody called me wise person. You know when I'm feeling wise? I feel wise when I agree that everything is accurate and wise. Just then I feel wise. Even all this amazing knowledge passing through me, I don't feel wise, I feel a vessel. But when I remember and when I put a stamp of what I create, that it's accurate and wise, even I don't know how it's wise, and I don't know what happened, and I don't know how it's going to lead me, and I'm not complaining, and I'm not wishing, and I'm not comparing. In Hebrew, comparing, it's Holocaust, then I feel wise. So to allowing now all the metabolism, it's really to trust your spirit, to take the tendency, not to want to get rid of the tendency, to take the tendency and of you wanting, and really breathe and accept the now, and accept what passing through you now, that it's accurate and wise, and then you double it, and no one gave you. And it's a very, very, very important now. It's a very important now to trust, to be now, and really to allowing this amazing, because we have chance now with the new metabolism in all the dimension, because anyway it's already, we created in the subconscious collective, and usually, you know, when we're depressed, when we feel our potential and we feel that it's not there, we feel the potential of ability to fix, and we're not fixing, then we're depressed, then we feel a failure. If we didn't feel the penthouse, we will never be depressed by the dungeon. So now, to allowing all this amazing magic ability to create a new power, a new youth, a new, because even the skin is metabolism. Every process is metabolism. Even the way there is no outside reality, we choose what to see, and we need to take this kind of like black hole and to change it to white spiral. It's a metabolism. Even the eye sees physically upside down, and she's upside down. Even this, everything is the way the brain works, the way I will go to sleep, the way I rejuvenate, the way I die at night, the way I become alive during the day, the way I create what to fix. The food, the liver, the heart, the skin, the sex, the food, the money, everything, it's metabolism. And we are a vessel, a system that made of, to understand deeply inside of us the metabolism. And the spirit, she's totally understanding just the metabolism, because it's the only way she can extract light. So she understands it naturally. And now, probably because the higher self is so fully grounded in us more than ever, so we need to learn who we are and what we're made of and how things work and how to allow it. And to allow it in all the dimensions that we don't even understand, because everything is metabolism. the way we even blink our eyes, the way we choose things, the way the weather works, the way the seasons work, the way everything. Everything is a metabolism. And when I say metabolism, it's material that change to other material, and then it creates power. This is why your car works like that, the airplane, the ocean, the earthquake, the planets around us, everything. So, to allow in all this now, we have to learn to trust the now, to feel that we are big spirit in different places in our system, to remember that and to remind ourselves. And really to learn that that's what I teach all my life, not to deal with others, to put yourself in the first priority, to know that you're not affected by others, to know that you not affect others, to know that you're the actor and the producer and the audio and everybody in the show. It's your private show, your private picture, and when you repeat it, it's a time to change. This is why in Hebrew, to repeat and the change, it's one word. Leshanot, lishnot. For the Israelis that watching us now. And even today, the merging, for me, it's everything, because I'm a doorman that merge the soul and merge the life that will pass through you and not near you. This is why everything is changing already in the weather, in life, in politics, in money, and we need to learn about money, because money is the biggest last name of the metabolism. Yeah. And money is the second priority, second draw, very, very important, and we have to take it from the first draw to put it in the second draw. Then it serves the spirit. And I can lecture about money for 5 weeks without even shut my mouth, because it's the secret of the universe. So we are now in really, really, really big junction, and I hope I pass to you the important, in Hebrew to important come from the word thinking, or thinking come from the word important. The important time, the important revolution, the important ability to change. And if we create this potential, we have to use it. If we don't use it, we will feel more tired, because you didn't create power. Power doesn't come from out. In Hebrew, hand, called hand, because there are 14 wrists, and 14 and 14 it's 28, and 28 it's power. It means the power doesn't come from out. And now we can create a new power, not just new power just during the day, new power for our organs, new power of our willing and wanting to be alive. Because the contact with the death is changing to youth. So it's like, till now it's like, okay, we lost the cheshek to be alive. It's changing now. It's like, it brings us more wondering, more, wow, yeah, that's the power. Power that passing through us, power to the organs, power to also, I will say something very wise. Power to be able to fix, kind of like that the spirit see that I'm fixing, she's bringing the main picture to be fixed. So that's amazing. That's so simple. This is why we can reach simplicity just after we complicated everything. So it's very, very, very important just to trust, to content, to remember yourself, to remember you as the first priority, to stop to be nice. Nice in Hebrew, it's greedy. And to really be now and use your tendencies in the balcony and bring them to the living room. Okay, question that will bring the knowledge down.
Michaela asked a question about the power. She asked, and then you spoke more about the power. So she asked, maybe you answered some, but she's asking, what is it, or what does it mean to create more power? What is this power? איך זה מתבטא? And then she asked another.
I just explained that.
Yeah, okay, so she asked it before, if you want to say something more about this? No.
Yeah.
Okay.
Power, it's when this is when Hebrew power, it's when we allowing the energy passing through us. And also, we're allowing ourselves to use, in Hebrew, what's the source of power in this universe? The sun. Yes? When the sun rises, the color coming, vibration, yes? So in Hebrew, to use come from the word sun. להשתמש come from the word shemesh. If we know how to use what we create, and to use what you create, it's not with your mind, it's to be the center, the sun. It's to bring, to let you pass whatever you create to see, to bump, to friction through you. You use it. This is power. Power actually, it's the ability to take a black hole to white spiral. The ability to take catch 22 in the past and to make it white spiral in your screen. Something that you used to suffer and now you're learning to enjoy. That's power. But power generally, and now we're going to create more power, I already feel it physically. It's when you allow it, when you allow the light passing through you. When you're allowing the light passing through you, it metabolizes you. And when you metabolize you, because let's say sex. Sex, it's tension, charging, releasing, and relaxing. Why? Why we all sex even if we don't know? Because it's ability to melt the physical and to meet your spirit. So if you're allowing all this energy to pass through you, you create power, you create light. So in a big words, I will say, after being a very bad boy in school, we're going to learn to stop to disturb the spirit and the process. Because we are the biggest disturbing people on earth. We're afraid from the new. We're afraid to get excited. We're afraid to create power. We're afraid to meet the soulmate. And I didn't even say in the 19th of this month, it's the peak, it's the top, it's the Guinness record of this process because it's a full moon in Taurus. What all this process will bring us? To pump, to allowing. Our problem is because we're holding the past. It's not just stubbornness in my energy, in my head. It's stubbornness in every organ in me. A fear from the new, a fear to pump. And when we pump more, we release. When we release, we allow in the new. And this is a way to create power and to create the double. because it will always wondering, and I teach that all my life. If you content 2 and 2 coming out from you, you're ready for 4. Right away, in 1 minute, in 1 second, you're ready for 4. How come you just been totally, automatically, fully with 2? How come you're allowing now 4? Because that's the pumping. That's the, to release the old, you're ready for double. No one gives you. That's the beauty. This is why we can stop to be nice. It's you allowing 4 because you project. The light is made like that. In Hebrew, rights come from the word purified. When you release really 2, you allowing 4 to come to you and you're ready to receive the 4. But it will pump us differently. That's the power. Different pump. To give up on, to hold in the past. To give up to hold the religious. To give up, like my job, even all my lifetimes before I brought the Judaism, now my lifetime purpose is to stay with the Judaism, but take all the fear and the shells and all the, because Judaism is the language of the soul. All the souls in all over the world knows Hebrew, because Hebrew is not a language. And I'm not joking here, it's like really something very powerful in me. That I do it for 40 years this lifetime, more than 40 years officially. So it's ability to pump differently, and when you pump, this is why I developed a technique 35 years ago that make the organs pump, cutting the hooks, and then the light pass through. The light just waiting that you will be able to pass through, because the light count as a light, the soul count as a soul, just in the physical body. And the higher self cannot be with the old rules, with the old density, with the old shrinking, with the old... No, even we open the intelligent emotion. Of course, we are the men are so fucked up in their intelligent emotion that we don't know yet that we're so fucked up and so handicapped in the intelligent emotion. When we will start to know, we will start to fix. So it's really a big time to, and in the 19th of this month, we will be able to create fixing the depression by glory movement of every cell and every organ. More, wow. And that's the best. It means because we live our past, there is no new realities, there is no such a thing. Even if you meet a new people, it's not really new. We live in our past, and our past need to be vibrate. This is why even in the word Hebrew, it's 10 dimensions of the past. Questions?
So you said at the beginning that the intelligent emotion is the only is the only intelligence.
Yes.
So can you talk about what
Maybe you will not
intellectual is?
understand it now, how it's the only intelligence, but if I'm the picture of light, if I'm the איך אומרים סדרן, like the one that fix the cabs and fix everything, and the man that, if I'm the man of the subconscious collective,
like the maitre d'.
whatever, I will send you to the next lifetime, even there is no such a one, but because everything is a parking floor, for your intelligent emotion, how much you develop it, how much you, not from how many knowledge you collected in your mind, how many you remember, all the history dates or whatever, or the only thing that really works, and let's say all the המצאות, איך אומרים המצאות?
Invention.
All the inventions coming from the intelligent emotion, actually. The intelligent emotion, it's really the ability to bring the highest knowledge down earth, the idea to the emotion. Always says emotion are stinky pot that look for a pure cover. And it's here, from the belly button to, so.
But you just said that you went like this and you said, but there's the intelligence that meets the emotion and it meets here.
No, they meet in the mouth.
It meets in the mouth.
This way in Hebrew, mouth and here are one.
So forgetting about facts or knowledge, but just the ability to say analyze or understand, not create, but understand, where does that come
All the thing, if you go into your life, to your life day, if you understand what's happening with you and what you create, you will never fix.
from?
If you explain it by your mind, it's not to drink
It
soup.
holds it.
It's not to drink soup with a fork. It's to drink soup with a chopstick. It's like you're going to order that again and again and again and again. And the most powerful mistake everybody do, they said, okay, let me understand and then I agree. No. The sentences of happiness that now is going to be down earth, it's I'm the creator and I agree not to know why with my mind. But I know that it's mind. I know that no one created this reality for me. You know what I mean? No one created this reality for me. No one really affect me. It's my reality. I repeat it and I'm repeating it now because the Spirit saw the potential to change it now. So I'm learning to think like my Spirit, to agree to my Spirit, to trust my Spirit, to trust the now, and to fix. So all your angers and all the angers, it's about on yourself. No one really anger on other. It's that you have had the potential to fix and you didn't fix. That's the anger and that's the blaming the mirror and also to love what you create near others and not to want the others to love you and not all this. It's very simple. It's going to be simple now. But we're going to create, even if I don't have all the words now, we're going to create, we are now, and in the last few years, we passed a lot of revolution for the higher self landed, and this is why each one now is, each second person is pre-cancer. This is why I'm working now like I used to work when I was 18. Every second person, it's pre-cancer, and pre-cancer, it's not the end of the world, but when I finish to work after 2-3 weeks on this person, his ability to merge the spirit, it's 5 times more than before. Because he's using it. But so he had, I tell him, thank you, Spirit, that you created to discover that you pre-cancer before it will be too late, because it's a question of a tail. If a tail it's 5 millimeters, it's already hospital business. If it's in 4, we can heal it right away and no hospital, nothing, no. So like I said before, we had to swim in shit to go forward. It was no other way. Now we can put a sign sheet or a story in Instagram sheet and swim. Just read the sign. So this is why and what's that pre-cancer? It's a question mark of the spirit. Either I can, and the spirit has a logic like batata, like yam. Not like this yam. Like yam, like sweet potato. Can I go forward in this system? And can I go forward? It means change priority, change the way of thinking, change the density, changing the pump, changing the need of holding the old. And ability to use, if the spirit can see that there is a potential, she will create this person to try, like I said, try its miracle, to try to wake up. If not, she will leave. So we are now in a big junction of either all the spirit in the subconscious collective, either I stay or goodbye. And when the spirit leaves, there is no physical body. Even a doctor in the hospital that never in his exam is the name spirit, he knows that this person, his spirit lives in.
You said that Judaism is the language of the soul.
Hebrew.
Hebrew. And what's Judaism?
Judaism depends when you ask me.
Okay, well, I'm asking you for now. And how do you
Judaism is the head. This is why the head always feels that all the body is against the head. This is why always Jewish people feel that everybody is against them. Judaism is the head, and they come to fix the door of the thought.
Jewish or Judaism?
Judaism is the head, but through it serves the subconscious collective need. Like now the need is to fix the fatalism, no outside God, you are the creator, everything begins in you, everything will have to end in you. You're not affected by others, you not suffer because others, you not love others, you cannot save others.
So,
even me that heal 500 people a day, I'm not saving others.
So do you think
I'm there for me intentionally. If I will be there for them,
right?
it will be killing, no healing.
But is there anything like sacred or holy or different, different times, different, I don't know, like all those ideas from Judaism about separating times and places and things, is that useful now or no?
I don't know exactly what you ask.
What's separating?
Like Kedusha, like that kind of idea. Is
No,
there
in
such an
Hebrew,
idea?
Kodesh is called Shin. Like Shin, it's a letter that brings everything down.
Right,
So code,
yeah,
Shin, that's Kodesh.
right.
I don't know what's Kedusha. There is no outside
Like when you
Kedusha.
say sometimes, oh, this is an important
You want to be
thing.
holy?
No, I just
No. You want to feel holy?
Yeah.
Remember yourself. Remember your spirit.
But you know how
Remember your spirit. Agree to learn to think like your spirit. That's very, very holy. All the other way, it's holy moly bolly.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm saying like sometimes there are days when there's a junction when.
Yeah, use the junction, yeah. Of course.
That might be part of the new Judaism.
Of course. Most of the holidays are in full moon.
Right.
Use it, of course. I
Use
see
it
how
for the
every
new.
full moon it's fixing different line in me, different angle. Angels are angels. Now even if you shake me and take all my blood of me, I know that there is no outside power. And me, million lifetimes I brought this outside power. I was teaching
I
about it.
helped you.
I was teaching about this outside power because that was the need. Now the need of the subconscious collective, that through this the order become and the angles fix, and to sit in your natural chair that belongs to your soul, and to lead without carry, and it's totally to remember yourself and to remind yourself how big spirit you are. Not better than others. This is why in Hebrew to think comes from the word important. Not better than others. I'm thinking spirit. That's all my new book that I just wrote. The purpose is to think like your spirit in a general way. Like your spirit. And your spirit always going forward. I will tell you, let's say, something very powerful in the Judaism. You know me for so many years, and I'm talking about these 26,000 years, and I just explained in the beginning why 26,000 years, because the need of the spirit to fix begin. It was human being before, but they've been animal, not really part of it as an angel. Okay? An angel are angel. So I'm talking about the 26,000 years, and there is one student in my school that heard that, and she's connected to the biggest physic, you say,
It's like
physician.
yeah,
Physical.
Physics studies.
Mm.
She's one of the biggest in the world, and she heard also 26,000 years. And we met. And of course, she doesn't know how to explain it like me and whatever, but she's still in her head. She doesn't know how to bring it up. But why I remember this story? And you said symbolized the Judaism. The way that the speed of light coming down to the speed of light, yeah, מהירות האור ברוח, the way that the speed of light in the spirit coming down to the speed of light to the material, it's menorah, Chanukiah. Even my team that I played when I was 14, soccer team, it's menorah.
But she spoke about the spirit goes into the material.
No, anyway, I call it
talks about the merging, but she talks
and
about
that's
the
beautiful.
physics.
That's Judaism, but not to eat donuts and all that bullshit in Hanukkah. In Hanukkah, it's like I said, it's 70 days from full moon, and the 70th dimension of what we made of. Anyway, so it's amazing. You understand? So these things are beautiful. Anyway, we are now. Good. I have a lot of answers.
Yes.
We are now in the biggest revolution, and everybody feel it, but they don't know how to. Even headache now can be charging of the brain, and everything changing around you. We created. Even people leaves you, or the new people, or whatever. Everything is changing. We're all going to feel big change. The question if we will feel the center and creating this change, or we feel that change falling on us. That's the big question. And then we need to remember that there is no outside reality, and we create everything, and everything, and another everything begin in us. Begin in us.
So first of all, Hillary.
No, begin in us, begin in us.
Hillary says hi everybody. She's happy to be with you, with us, and she says you say physicist.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And Amy has a question. She wrote a question about something you spoke about before. She's asking, what does it mean everything is in a parking floor? Does it mean we don't move into the future in chronological sense, but rather we move up as a soul?
I didn't understand everything, but I'll explain to you, Amy.
Yeah.
In Hebrew, to floor, it's called coma. And I always have a joke about it. I said, people that doesn't find the coma, they are in coma. You cannot walk with a gun and be so wondering why people shoot you. Everything's a question of amount and quality of the light that passing through you. Through this, you choose even lifetime, you choose even nation, you choose even the color of your skin, you choose even the ability either to change or not, you choose even to be religious, you choose even to be whatever, you choose everything. And you choose to try to fix. And Harmony is just furniture store in Jerusalem. We are like popcorn, like snowflakes, each one different kind of soul, different kind of parking floor, different kind of amount of the light inside his soul, that this is count everything. Through this, he will create either what he need to fix here or here. Different awareness, different wounds. Comparing, it's the worst. This way in Hebrew, comparing, it's a Holocaust, the same words. So, everything's a parking floor, and we need to reach, and actually our chin in the middle is supposed to lead us. That's the carrot before the donkey. To lead us to our floor, to our natural chair in the subconscious collective. From there we can lead without carry as a bird, without care about others, because there is no one soul that really cares about others or want to take forward or want other soul to help her. Soul has one need, to purify and have more light in it. And more she has more light in it, more she's climbing the floors. And now, probably after the 19th of this month, a lot of people either will climb to their floor, or a lot of people will feel that more darkness, less hope, more small, more midget, more praying for outside miracles, outside God, more less relationship with themselves near others, less ability to meet themselves near others. Because why I'm saying it? Because it's a big junction. Big junction we are now. Biggest. It's ability to really create a new body, new physical body, a new amazing house for the soul, a new amazing abilities to extract light and to send it to all the dimension, the 70 dimension that we made of. That even money we will pay, and this way in Hebrew to pay is to be whole. We will pay and we not feel losing it. Even food will give you so much energy and not take from your energy and twist your soul and twist your body. Even sex, you will be anyway. There are no sex with others, but you will feel sexy and allowing all the tension, charging, releasing, relaxing, and really get a lot of power from it, and youth and skin and glory and light. And we made from light. Either you know or you don't know, you made it from light. So everything's a question of flow. Yes, this is why in Hebrew, yafeh, beauty. It's 10 dimension here. The 10th floor here.
You said you talk about the fountain of youth, and you said we have the chance to make a new contract. So, are you saying? Well, tell me what you're saying. But
first of all, it's already happening,
right,
in some dimension. But I believe in this finishing of this process, it will some.
In other words, like the contract we make when we're born, we're making another one, but we're still alive. We keep.
Yeah, but until now, or let's say this lifetime, it's different. But and of course, it's not in one day.
Right.
We had the contract. The day you're born, you start to die.
Right.
Okay. Everything worked like that. And to die, it's not bad, because if we die at night, we get rejuvenation. This way in Hebrew, wholeness, shlemut, it's for death. We're not afraid from dying, we're afraid from life. But because the higher self is inside of us now, more than ever, it never was like that. Even the highest people in the Bible didn't have the higher self like that. The higher self layer inside, and when it's inside, it's like why I merge soul. When I merge soul, When the light start to pass through you, all your system begin from in to out, the spiral. That's fountain of youth. Spiral that begin with small, it's white spiral. Spiral that begin with big and end with small, it's a black hole. So anyway, it's happening already. I'm the example, and all the thousand people that I treat feeling that physically that they get young. But you cannot plan to your spirit where you need to be young, what's the next system. No way.
Right.
No way. But generally, part, like when we die at night, we rejuvenate during the day. We have a lot of power if we really die at night, if we really left our body to the most highest dimension in us. This is why the spirit in the daytime, she sits in the digestive system. In the night, in the beginning of the night, she moves to the liver, and then from the liver she's coming out. And then she's coming back, and then we stretch our body, and then the blood comes again from the liver to all the body. Because the blood is the film, and the liver is the VCR, and this is how the spirit add your life and bring in your... This is why it's not good to be late, and to follow the schedule of the spirit, and then you're really easy. Then you feel like, kind of like, wow, all the universe serving me. And there is no such a thing, but universe is just a name of supermarket in one of Israel town. So there is no like universe force. There is, everything begins in you, but how I reach there. So now there is part of the changing of all the kind of the metabolism, that probably more than 100 kind of metabolism, 101 that I made of. One of it, big one of it, it's from allowing the black hole in all the dimension to be a white spiral. In the different words, we call it from old. Maybe we still die, but we will die young and happy and running and full of energy. I don't know, but it's a process.
Michael, Amy wrote before about your answer. This is so beautiful what he's saying.
Thank you,
Quality
Amy.
and nature of the light.
What?
You were talking about the quality and nature of the light.
Yeah, light love one thing, to be more light. This way in Hebrew, rights and purified come from the one word. Zchut means the zchut. It's not what you owe, the duty, it's the zchut. It's like, zchut from is the zchut. It means light has one purpose, to be more and more and more pure. Through the pureness, the body, that it's not really physical, it's different density of light, it's more light, and physical body is more lightness and happy and glory movement and power and functioning. And it doesn't mean we're not going to be tired, but the night's going to be rejuvenate, not suffering.
By the way, Mikush is watching us, and also Daniel.
Mikush, I'm coming.
Yes, here in July.
I'm coming in July to LA for a few days before I'm going to Hawaii. So I will come and visit you, and I will send you my book.
Okay. Hillary asked a question, and then she wrote that she heard you speak of what I asked.
That's always happening.
After I asked,
I always call it the answer come before the question.
So I'm gonna.
This is why in Hebrew, I will explain that again. Hebrew. To ask question is to bring things up from the dungeon. So when the need come, up, the question is come.
I will ask it anyhow because she says she finds it helpful. So I don't know if she wants you to speak about it again, but still ask it. Okay, I understood that. Okay, so Hillary's saying, I know you say it all the time, but can you elaborate on what you mean we only do for ourselves, not for anyone else? I can feel it, a glimpse of this, but hard to hold it.
Good. Don't hold it. Learn to be part of you. In Hebrew, to please, it's to want. To please others, it's actually to want. And a gift, it's you're giving something and it's conditioned. You're giving something because you bring some condition to get back. And to be nice, it's too greedy. And Hillary, after I merged the soul, the first need is to teach the person how to be a chef. Chef to who? Chef to your spirit, and to give the spirit amazing spirit sandwiches and meals. And what the best meal, the best fancy meal for the spirit, it's when you remember yourself. That's the only way that it really brings the spirit right way down. It tells the spirit, wow, the spirit tells you, thank you for cooperating, thank you for understanding, thank you for all these notes, like in the store, I will be back soon, there is someone more important. I worried for someone, even worried, just bring wrinkles, nothing else. I worried for someone, I want other person to love me, I support you, all this blah blah bullshit cosmic joke. Take these notes and really be there in your family. It doesn't mean change your action. Keep cooking for your family and put awareness that you're doing for you. Keep running to the road and save someone from being smashed by a car, and just remember that you do it for you. Keep wipe the baby tuches, because there is no one really to wipe his shit from his butt. And remember that you're doing for you. If you will do it, suddenly you will allow in feedback, and you will fix your loneliness, and you will allow in double light coming to you, and you will love what you create. And whatever you fix, what's the secret in this universe? Whatever you fix, you don't repeat it. And when we fix, when we remind and remember ourselves, because all the account, disappointed and love, traumas and big library that we have, it's because we've been disappointed that we give a lot and we get less, or whatever. And there is no really give and get. There is no such a thing. So you don't have to agree with me, and I'm happy that it begins with a glimpse. And especially I think you're Virgo, so it's really kind of like Virgo feel that they came to serve. No problem with the action, because what you do and what you say doesn't count. The intention, and there is no good intention, there is no bad intention. The highest intention in the world, I'm going to tell you something very simple. The highest intention in the world, it's to remember yourself in that moment. And to remember yourself, it means to remember that the mirror that you choose to see what you create didn't create, it didn't begin there. And we always blame the mirror, and we always want to change the haircut in the mirror, and then we expect that it will change in us. And we're disappointed that we're doing so much for this mirror and it doesn't reflect us as what we want. And that's biggie. So remember yourself. It's the best the best knowledge that I can ever give you. Even do it with breathing. Sometimes when you create the face of your kids, the whatever, someone cursing you, whatever. Breathe with your open mouth, that you don't hold in the emotion, and remember yourself. And then you will think to think like your spirit. Why? Because there is no one spirit that care or think or want to compliment or want to take forward or want to blame other spirits. So then, if you will do it, you will choose life.
So,
Always when someone died in TV or whatever, it's kind of like a joke. They always says, "Oh, he was so nice and so good, and he always volunteered and did this and did that for others." And I'm saying, and you wonder why he chose to die. And we choose to die. So don't change your action. You can volunteer to this, you can come from this volunteer and go to different volunteer and go to another volunteer, and you can go to feed all the birds and all the whatever you want to do. Just the intention that you do it for you, and then it's the best. Because people that not allowing feedback or create darkness and want the light will come back double, that was the illusion for 26,000 years.
here he says, beautifully, thank you, and super helpful. You have another question? Because, okay, Michaela asked before.
Yeah, I was wondering how come Michaela has one question. She's the ambassador to bring things out from the dungeon.
Yes, she asked about the power that she asked before. She had more questions, but then we shifted to other questions, so we'll go back. It's funny because she asked if power is also more energy, more fire in our system, and then after she asked it, you spoke that power is energy.
Yeah, and more fire. It's a question. Fire that tuned up with the purified water. It's balance.
Okay.
Then it's power. If just fire, it's you burning yourself.
And then she asked if power is also something we create at the end of metabolism process.
No, I said power, it's when you're allowing the energy passing through you. It's like when you wake up from my session, you feel a lot of power, a lot of energy, a lot of things, no ideas, no angles, no this, less tired, whatever. It's like, because everything's a question of tuning.
But everything is metabolism. Because she
Yes.
asked, is it in all metabolism levels, in
Yeah.
all subjects?
Yes.
Yes,
And probably another 100 things that I'm not even thinking, that I'm not even mentioned. Like the weather, the seasons. Why all the weather now is different all over the world? All over the world.
Yes.
Because it's a different way, and the weather is connected to the subconscious collective, and a lot of people, to the process of the spirit, either will choose to die or whatever through the weather. This is why in Hebrew, weather, it's 10 dimensions of light.
More questions?
Now without the iPhone, you don't know how to ask questions.
No, I wrote them all down.
Oh, good. I took her phone.
Where does the new come from? You said that when we're holding the past and there's stubbornness in every organ, and when we release, the new comes. But where does the new come from?
It's what's that new in
And
Hebrew?
does each of us have our
What's
own new?
What's that new in Hebrew? It's sharp shin. Chadash, Chad, sharp, shin. Shin is something, you just sharp the old. What's the new? You release two. The new, the four is the new. You enjoy the four, you content the four, then the new will be 8.
But it's not an invention. It's not a spirit invention or
What's that invention?
like something
המצאה.
totally new.
המצאה חדשה.
I don't know what's totally new. Totally new for us till now was to jump from 2 to 100.
There's nothing totally new.
Right.
Right, that we think, that we want to jump from 2 to 100. It's like now we can we can plan a soccer game in the moon.
Or even
That's
just like the internet or
That's totally new?
is that totally new?
No.
to jump to plan now soccer game in the moon. It's not connected to reality now.
Maybe in the future will be new.
Maybe
Now it's
I don't care about
The
It's
future.
not
There is
even
no
new.
future.
That's an old thing in a new place.
There is no future.
Right.
yeah.
There is no
Really,
future.
That's tuning. That's right.
The new, it's the next need. The next need of what's bothering you now. Because that's what you think, that's what you feel, that's what you want, that's what you think all day. To how to take the next dimension of you to change it from black hole to white spiral. You understand? That's new. To sharp, to bring more lightness.
Is there always more?
Yeah.
Forever.
Yeah, totally. But again, each one feel just his account of light a bank.
But like for a billion of years, there's more.
Probably, I don't know about
I don't
future
know,
because there
billion
is no
seems like a
future.
lot.
Yeah.
But there is no future. Maybe next few years we will finish the need of light. Then people will bring flowers to our funeral.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Right.
I don't know, there is billion or whatever. I know my need now, it's to remember, you know what makes me happy now? To remember my spirit, to trust my spirit, to take the tendency that kind of like others and remember me and bring myself as a center of the reality that I choose to create and I choose to see. That's happiness. Never mind to take the mind as a big disturbing of the spirit and to use the head in the right way. That's life. To use the head in the right way. To use the head in the right way, it's to agree that I don't want to understand it, but it's my reality. It begins in me, and there is a chance that it will end in me if I think right, if I will feel important, if I will feel my spirit, if I will remember myself, if I will trust my spirit, if I will be in now, that the only thing that exists is now. We want to vibrate the past for now.
Right.
There is no future. There are 40 kind of futures.
Is it possible to have no past? To be
I
totally
never know. But the minute you will be totally now, the next picture that want to be fixed will come. Because that's the gasoline and the wondering to fix, to have more light. How you will have more light? The next thing is, that's the next thing now to fix. There is no break, even if you go to vacation, there is no break. But that's the beauty. You know what's the beauty? When you will stop to think of your tikkunim, of your fixing, as a problem.
Yeah.
And you will see it as the
Yeah.
spirit sees. When the spirit bring in the night, the next level, she doesn't say, oh, here is your problem. No. This is the next thing that we're going to vibrate to have more light. That's the way the spirit sees. This is why your purpose is to see the reality as your spirit sees. Not to think about life from your reporter in the news.
you said
Like
that.
I will give you example to you.
I'm here.
To you.
Yeah.
You.
If I use my mind, so Trump and Bibi Netanyahu or whatever are the worst. Okay, that's my mind. Then I will see it through the binocular of the reporter. If I will breathe and feel my spirit, they are so accurate and so the best and so serving our subconscious collective, like unbelievable. So that's a good example. Like if you use your mind, it's like they thief, they steal, they this, they that, blah. They touch women, whatever. If you really breathe and be with yourself near it, wow, how they are. The accurate need now to lead the subconscious collective for the first time in the world, to begin maybe kind of like more space to fix inside the black hole. And that's big, 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 big. So it's not a coincidence that we create this revolution. Even politics and spirit kind of like very far. But we choosing that as a symbol of the head of the spiral, of the flower that coming out from the head of the spiral. So it's not so far.
I have questions here. Amy is asking, what does Michael mean when he says there's no future? I would love to understand how he thinks about the nature of time. You spoke now, but
I know, Amy, that you plan
ahead.
next 2 months when you're going to pee,
And you don't plan at all. It's the opposite.
and in Hebrew to expect and to cover it's the same word, metzapeh, metzapeh. But listen, let's say you hear me today, and you create me today, and what I said talks to you. And why it talks to you? Because it's inside of you. I'm not teaching anyone new things. If you create to hear something that talks to you, it means it's inside of you, and it's a time that the in and the out will meet. Let's say now, whatever I said today, it talks to you. The tomorrow will not be the same like if you didn't create me or create the knowledge or whatever. There is no future. We have 40 kind of doors to the future. 40. This one in Hebrew, emet. And one day you show me something with emet. Emet, it's from beginning to the end, from Aleph to Taf, and the 40 dimension in the middle. We have 40 dimension of truth, 40 dimension of the amount of the tikkun, the amount of the fixing, the way, the place, the mirror that you will see, everything can change if you awareness. This is why in Hebrew, things that you dream and fantasy and want, it's to breathe in. Sheifa, sheifa. So there is no one future that the astrologer or some stupid psychic channels kind of like telling you, hey, there is no. The minute you trust the now and you bring the fear from the future to now, to breathe in, to the core, you're changing the doors of it, and you're changing the quality of the light, the lessons, the accidents, everything in the future. The frictions, we call it. There is, let's say you need a friction like that, because you're not waking up, not you. And if you breathe in, it will be friction, but like that. Go like that till you will enjoy it. Oh. So there is no future.
Michaela said about something you said before, but also
Okay, the last few questions.
okay, but also the next thing to fix is something from the past that's ready to be fixed now. Okay, it's not a question. Amy is asking. She asked two questions. Why do certain people find their way to you?
I don't agree. Certain people find the way to themselves. No one came to me because me, you see me, Amy? I'm hardly have a space to my big spirit in this physical body. Hardly. Even all my life is joy. People that has the needs, or like I said, their spirit, it's the timing to count as a spirit. They try from the word miracle, and they create the doorman. Yes, I'm the doorman. It's the only thing that I know naturally. Like this morning, the sentence of the doorman changed right away. It passed through me. It's like you get in the iPhone WhatsApp. The spirit WhatsApp came through me, and it's coming through me because it's already exists in me. Like when I'm teaching something even that you call new, it's not really new. It talks to you because it's already exists in you. So why 40 people a day, or now it's even more, 50 people a day, I say, I cannot work on you, I cannot merge you, I cannot whatever, because they don't have even the ability or the chance that the light will pass through them and they will change the contract. Either it's too late or too dense, or even maybe they didn't have the potential from beginning to be merged. It's not pride, but I know what passing through me, and I know that it's spatially kind of souls that belongs to lead the subconscious collective. And my job is to fix their wounds that disturbing the light in the vessel, and to change the contract with themselves. And I'm doing that just for me, for my purify, for my growth, for my spirit, for my ability to enjoy my chair, for my leading, just for me. Every time I have that little tendency to do something for others, I create a big shit as a feedback.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Michael, I say that the story of the subconscious collective is going through you for many years already.
Yeah, but that's the only thing I know how to do.
Yeah.
I born for it. This is why since I'm 3 years old, I'm lecturing to the neighborhood, and that's the only thing I know how to really do.
Yes. So soon we're going to start a story on Instagram in Hebrew, and hopefully one day in English too. Okay, so, but Amy asked before, what is the subconscious collective? What is it?
First of all, my wife, she's the PR. She always some sneak PR to the knowledge, and it's okay. I love it.
No, I'm just saying that there's another way to hear your knowledge.
Yeah.
So
I'm going to do story.
To know that he's
Story in Instagram. Yes.
Every
Yes.
day.
Okay, what's the subconscious collective? Subconscious collective, it's a group of dancers that each one dance his own dancing, and if you kind of like look from above, you will see a lot of dancers, each one dance different dance, and the picture that you see there all, it's subconscious collective. And what we create in what we call world, this way in Hebrew world, it's 40 kind of heaviness. it's what the real need of the most people in the subconscious collective. Now the need is to finish the fatalism of religious, of outside God, of being midget, of being dominate, of all that stuff, and being really closed. Like matzot in Pesach, it's to kill the digestive system. When you have a chance, to create a new digestive system. This is why chametz, it's chametz in Hebrew. I don't know how to say it in English, but if I play soccer, and I come near the goal and I don't put it inside, this is chametz.
To miss
it.
opportunity.
So it's like the biggest opportunity, and not to have it. That's chametz, lachmitz. So that's subconscious collective, and it's connected to our nose. And you project in your nose. It's like your private newspaper. And from a lot of newspaper, we create kind of like reality. This is how 40 people choose a bus to explode, how nation choose earthquake to drown, how everything is correct. That's how we choose things. In 2 words. Okay. So, remember this time. Remember the biggest ever potential to create a new metabolism in all the dimensions that you made of. Remember the spirit rules. Make them your own. Think like your spirit. Trust the now. Remember yourself. And then you allow it, all this magic, to pass through you and to create you a new pumping, a new double yourself. Be satisfied that you agree to double yourself. You agree to double money passing through you, double power, double rejuvenate, double youth. And every time it's more double. And no one gave you. And remember the general thing. Learn not to disturb your system, not to disturb your spirit. And that's connected to your head. How to use the head in the right way. So this is it. And if you need some help from far, we can do it to help you. If you take the vitamins, the right vitamins, it will help you to allow in the new more, because everything's a question of tuning. And
there's the tuning and
yeah, I will do the tuning in the 20.
Tuning from far.
Tuning from far of this amazing
Register.
new contract. And in the 19, it's the day of the pick of this amazing process. That's it. Bye-bye.
Bye.